Hi everyone, I'm Bena, and this is Bena Books. This is going to be my first book show-off, or book show and tell. It's not technically a book haul because I didn't buy all of these books recently. Some of them I've owned for a while, and some of them I have just received as gifts or uh, giveaway winnings. Um, First one I wanted to show you, and I'm going to try to go through these really quickly. Once We Were by Kate Zahn. This is an advanced copy for review. I'm going to be doing a review on this probably on Goodreads, and then I will probably do another one on Amazon. Um, I will post a link to my Goodreads account or profile in the bottom. But yeah, this is like a really special book. It hasn't come out yet, and this is like one with like mistakes in it and stuff. um, I'm really looking forward to reading this and doing a review on it. Um, there's that. I have Falling Night by Lee Larson, and I got this through a Goodreads giveaway. It is an autographed copy, and I have the second book here, Chasing Daylight, which is also an autographed copy. I will be reading these and doing reviews on them on Goodreads, and probably Amazon as well. Alright, and that's it for the ones that I have been given as gifts or giveaway winnings. Uh, these I have owned for a while. This is Isaac Asimov Foundation. It's the first in the Foundation series, and this is, whoops, this is Isaac Asimov's Foundation and Empire, which is the second in the series. I also have Foundation's Edge and Second Foundation, but it's on my e-reader, so I won't be able to show you that. And I will be doing reviews on these books sometime in the future. Probably not in the near future, but I do want to do reviews on them because Isaac Asimov is one of my favorite male authors, and most of my favorite authors happen to be women. It just happens to work out that way. I'm not exactly sure why, it just is, but he is an exception. I have Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, um, and you will notice a theme here that I really like to read social science fiction or political science fiction, which is science fiction about alien civilizations, dystopias, utopias, different social structures, gender issues, feminist science fiction, that sort of thing. This is considered the first science fiction book, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. It is not generally considered a horror, but it does have dark elements to it. Um, it's mostly about how scientific advancement affects society. Um, so there's that. Let's see. I have Children of Dune by Frank Herbert. I also have um, Dune itself, but I'll get to that. It's not right on. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Dune. It's much bigger, very thick, and it is an alien civilization science fiction, all about the way this alien civilization has developed and how people live. It's really interesting. I like it a lot. Um, and it's the kind of thing that I like to read. All right. I have Anne McCaffrey is one of my favorite authors of all time. This is Freedom's Landing. It's one of her newest books. She did The Dragons of Pern, which are, I think, technically science fantasy. They're kind of in between science fiction and fantasy. But this is a science fiction book. I'm not sure if it's a hard science fiction or what kind, but specifically, but I really like her as an author, so I got that. This is Dragonflight by Anne McCaffrey. Um, it is, I believe, fantasy or science fantasy. Um, it's kind of in the middle between science fiction and fantasy. I also read The Rowan, but I don't have a physical copy of that to show you, by Anne McCaffrey, and I will be doing a review on it um, probably in a future video coming up sometime soon. This is The Dispossessed by Ursula K. Le Guin. It is social, political science fiction. Ursula K. Le Guin is also one of my favorite authors, so I'm showing you all my favorites. All right, and I have a few others by her. Let's see. I have The Left Hand of Darkness, um, which is a sort of like a gender issues feminist science fiction. It's really good. Um, this is a nonfiction like literary criticism book, In the Chinks of the World Machine, Feminism and Science Fiction. So you see a trend here. This is what I like to read. I also read a lot of fantasy, um, but but most recently I've been reading a lot of social science fiction, feminist science fiction, that sort of thing. Um, I read Terry Pratchett. I've read The Wee Freeman, which is fantasy. Um, the Dragons of Pern is kind of science fantasy. Um, Tolkien is fantasy. So I do read fantasy, but mostly science fiction recently. Alright, there's that. Biting the Sun by Tanith Lee. This has to be one of my favorite books of all time. Um, it is a utopia book, and there are so very few. Most books are dystopian, but this is about a utopist society and how some changes are made. It's a really good read, and I will be doing a review on it. That I have Robert A. Heinlein's The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. Um, it is about a rebellion on a colony on the moon, so it's political science fiction. I'm really interested in reading that. Um, Actually, I may have to cut off this video and start a new one, a part 2, because I have so many books here. Alright, I showed you these, I showed you those. Yeah, I'm going to save my library books for another video, so it'll be right after this one, and I will get my links down for you. Just give me a couple minutes. Um, so you can all see the kind of things that I like to read. Also, I will be doing some writing related videos because I am a writer. I'm currently writing a poetry collection, kind of to deal with spiritual and metaphysical topics. So if that's something that interests you, I will be talking about those, and I might do even a couple readings of some of my poems on this channel. Also, I'm currently doing a short story collection, because an anthology is multiple authors, a collection is one, it's just me, um, about AIs and robots um, in unique social situations. I'm going to be writing about robots that work in child care, in education, in hospice or general health care, medical care. Um, Basically, robots that have to deal with human beings in very intimate and frail conditions, um, where the human being is either very vulnerable as a child or ill. Um, and I've never seen anybody do that kind of writing before. If you've heard of anything like it, I would very much like to read something like that, so let me know in the comments if you've heard of um, anything where like there are domestic robots or robots in medical care and that sort of thing. I would love to read it. But I am doing a short story collection about different robots in different situations, and I'm really looking forward to sharing some of my writing with you. So that's going to be the end of this video. I'm really happy to start this channel, and I will show you my library books in the next video. So I'm going to say bye now. Bye. And